Hello everyone, myself Muskan Patel from 6M Bhaskara. Today's topic of my presentation is planning and modeling principle. So let's see the introduction. The importance of planning principle, how they guide the creation of effective project plan, the role of modeling principle, how they facilitate a deeper understanding and precise representation of software requirement and design, integration of planning and modeling, how these principles work together to streamline the software development process. The planning principle, the communication activity helps you to define your overall goals and objects. Subject course to change as time passes. However, understanding this goal and the objective is not the same as defining a plan for getting there. The planning activity encompasses a set of management and techniques practice that enables the software team to define a roadmap as it travels towards its statics goal and tactics objective. There are many different planning philosophies. Some people are minimalistic, arguing that change often obtains and that needs to be detailed plan. Overall, the traditionalist arguing that the plan provides a effective roadmap and the more detail it has, the less likely team will become lost. Still, others are against, arguing that a quick plan game may be near necessary, but the roadmap will emerge as real work of the software begin. What to do on many projects? The over planning is time consuming and fruitless. Too many things change, but under planning is received for chores. Like most things in life, planning should be conducted in mod- moderation, enough to provide useful guidance for the team, no more, no less, regardless of rigors with which plan is conducted, and the following principle allows to apply. The first principle is understand the scope of project. It's impossible to use a roadmap if you don't know where you are going. Scope provides the software team with the destination. Principle 2 involves stakeholders in the planning activity. Stakeholders define the prior and established project constraint to accommodate their realistic. Software engineers must often negotiate orders of delivery, timeline, and the other project related issue. Principle 3 recognize the planning is iterative. A project plan is never in stone. A work begins, it is a very likely that the things will change. As a consequence, the plan must be adjusted to accommodate this change. In addition, iterative increase process model detect replacing replanning after the delivery of each software increments based on the feedback received from the user. Principle 4 estimate based on what you know. The intent of estimation is provided an intention of effort, cost, and task duration based on the team's current understanding of the work to be done. If information is unreliable, estimated will equally unreliable. Principle 5 consider risk as you define the plan. If you have identified risks that have impact and high probability, consequencing planning is necessary. In addition, the project plan should be adjusted to accommodate the likelihood that one or more of these risks will occur. Principle 6 be realistic. People don't work 100% of every day. Noise always enters in the human communication. Omission and ambiguity are fact of life. Change will occur, even the best software engineer mistakes. This and other realistics should be considered as a project plan is established. Principle 7 adjust granularity as you define the plan. Granularity refers to the level of detail that is introduced as the project plan is developed. A high granularity plan provides a significant work task detail that is planned over relatively short time increment. A low granularity plan provides a broader work tasks that are planned over a longer time period. In general, reality moves from higher to level low as the project timeline moves away from the current time. Over the next few weeks or a month, the project can plan in significant detail. Activities that won't occur for many months do not require high granularity. Principle 8 defines how you intend to ensure quality. The plan should identify how the software team intends to ensure quality. If the technical reviews are to be conducted, they should be scheduled. If the peer programs it is to be used during construction, it should be explicitly defined within the plan. Principle 9 defines how you intend to accommodate change. Even the best planning can be obtained by the uncontrolled change. You should identify how changes are to be accommodated as a software engineer work process. For example, can the customer request a change at any time? If the change is requested in the term, team obliges to implement it immediately. How it impacts and costs of the change exist. Principle 10 track the plan frequently and make adjustments as required. Software projects fall behind schedule one day at a time. Therefore, it makes sense to track process daily based looking for the problem area. This scheduled work does not convert to actual work conduct. When slippage is encountered, the adjustment accommodate accordingly. To make effective, anyone on the software team should be participate in a planning activity. Modeling principle. We create model to gain the better understanding of the actual entity to be built. When the entity in the physical things, we can build a model that is identical in the form and shape but similar in scale. However, when the entity to be built is software, our model must take a different form. It must be capable of representing the information that software transforms the architecture and the function that enables the transformation to occur, the feature that user desire and the behavior of the system as the transformation is taking place. Model must accomplish this objective at different level of abstraction. First depicting the software from the customer viewpoint and later representing the software at a more technical level. Software engineer who performs modeling action and task. Principle 1. The primary goal of the software team is to build software, not create model. Al- Agiling means getting software to the consumer is the faster possible time. Model that make this happen are worth creating, but the model that is slow processed down and providing little new instance should be avoided. Principle 2. Traveling time does not create more model that you need. If model that is created must be as change as occur. More importantly, every new model takes the time that might overview wise be spent and constant. Therefore, creating only this model that makes it easier and faster to construct the software. Principle 3. Strive the product that's the simple model that will describe the problems of the software. Don't overbuild the software. By keeping the model simple, the resultant software will be simple. The result is the software that is easier to integrate, easier to test, and easier to maintain. In addition, simple models are easier to for member of the software team to understand the cri- critics and resulting and ongoing from the feedback to optimize and the end result. Principle 4. Build model in a way that makes them amenable to change. Assume that your memory model will change, but in makes the assumption do not get sloppy. For example, since requirement will change, there is a tendency to give requirement models short shift. Why? Because you know that they will be changed anyway. The problem with this attitude is that without reasonable complete requirement model, you will create a design that will invariably miss important function and feature. Principle 5. Be able to state an explicit purpose of the model that is created. Every time you create a model, you ask yourself why you are doing so. If you can't provide solid justification for the existing of the model, don't spend time on it. Principle 3. Adopt the model you have developed to the system at hand. It may necessary to adopt the model notation or the rules to the application. For example, video game application might require different modeling techniques than a real-time embedded software that controls an automobile engine. Principle 7. Try to build useful model but forget about building perfect model. When building requirements and the design model, a software engineer reaches a point of diminishing returns. That is, the effort required to make the model absolutely complete and intentionally internally consistent and is not worth the benefit of these properties. I suggesting that the model should be a sloppy or low quality. The answer is no, but modeling should be conducted with an eye to the next software engineering step. Iterating endlessly to make a model perfect does not serve to the need of agility. Principle 8. Don't become a dogmatic about the syntax of the model. If the communication content successful, representing is secondary. Although Principle 9. If you instance tell your model is not right even though it seems okay on paper, your probability have rise to conduct constant. Principle 10. Get feedback as soon as you can. Every model should be reviewed by the member. Planning principle provide guideline for constructing the best map for the journey to be completed system or product. The plan may be designed slowly by the single software engineer increase or it may define the entire project. Regardless, it must be addressed what will done, who will do, and when the work will complete. Modeling completes both analysis and design, describing representation of the software that progressively become more detailed. The intention of the model is to thoroughly understand of the work to be done and it provides a technical guide to those who will implement software. Modeling principles serve as a fundamental for the method and notation that is used to be created representative of the software. Integration of the planning and modeling streaming of the software development of process. Agilement of the goal and the requirement. Effective resource allocation and risk mitigation. Improve communication and collaboration, quality assurance, flexibility and adaptability, enhance decision making. This is a water flow model where communication, then planning, modeling, construction, and the deployment. Advantage and disadvantage of planning and modeling principle. The advantage are improved clarity and the focus, better risk management, enhanced decision making, resource optimization, improved communication. Disadvantages are time and the effort intensive, potential for over planning, risk of assumption, cost implication, complexity and maintenance, dependency on the quality of data. The conclusion is that the integration of planning and modeling principle is pivotal to the success of the software development project. Planning principle provides a structured roadmap, ensure the goals are clear and the resources are allocated effectively, and the potential risks are anticipated and mitigated. Modeling principle accomplishes this by offering a detailed and iterative representation of the software solely to understand and guideline the technical implementation. Thank you for watching my video.